Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on the winners of 3 straight, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Got a little room. Can they catch it? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will get first crack at it today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got it in the middle, it's Isaac. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. He only used it twice in that loss a week ago. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Trojans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. UConn quick to the line.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
UConn will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, USC! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
The UConn offense goes back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quick release by the QB. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. UConn quick to the line. To pass, it's Fowler. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Plows through the defense. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. He's going to let it go. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Trojans. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Fowler. Oh, they're after him. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Another incompletion on 3rd down. UConn will have to punt it away. He's got it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked off his feet. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. To the air, it's Fowler. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. UConn will have to punt it away. And the returner will be dragged down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Reels it in down the left side. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UConn offense goes back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Power football with the run. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The inside handoff. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Fowler. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The play action fake. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. UConn will have to punt it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. He'll start this drive going to the air. The quick out. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Quarterback making checks. Going to look downfield again. the grab. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Into the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play. Only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Fowler. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Back to throw, it's Fowler. Looking to the big tight end. This time on target. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. UConn quick to the line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
It's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw again. Finds his tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out.
Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And it'll be caught on the right sideline, but the officials say he was just out of bounds on the right side. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely center cut. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Cincinnati is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time. They're
touchdown, Southern Cal! And the route is on. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Fowler. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, UConn! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. That's caught. It's Price. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Trojans have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been... Touchdown, USC! And the punishment has been extended. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Rushes on him. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Fowler. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll leave it with him. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long.
Turning it on. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Trojans are on the move. They go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to pound it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? I mean, they got nothing on the last snap. Let's see if they try to throw it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UConn going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Tipton. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Looking for a man. It's Fowler. Fires on the move. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. And They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Running to Green. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Let's go. Looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
63-17. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. The UConn offense goes back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better.